Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to create a new table. So let's open up our PostgreSQL. So that's my folder here, and click on pgadmin4. The pgadmin management tool does changes often. The version does get updated, so you may get a pop-up saying your version needs to be updated. So this is what I'm talking about. You can see here it says I'm currently running version 1.4 of the PG4 admin. However, the current version is 2.0. So feel free to upgrade yours if you want to. I'm going to do mine later. So I'm just going to click on the X to ignore it for now, but I can update it later. So I'm going to click on that. So next thing I want to do is click on the server here, click on this plus, and that will expand the server. And if you click on that, it will expand the PostgreSQL and it will prompt you for a password. If you don't want to get this prompt all the time, you could click on this save password button if you wish to. So I'm going to type my password in. And once you've logged in, you see the dashboard and other bits and pieces. So here on the databases, click on the plus to expand the databases. I have currently got 3 databases. So these, okay, so you need to expand the plus to expand the databases. So the database you want to create a table on, I want to create my table on this database called DVD rental. So I'm just going to right click on it, and there is an option to create database. If you want to create new database, you can. I've already got this database. I'm going to stick to that, and I am going to use the query tool. Okay, so I'll click on the query tool. That will give me the query editor. So I've added my query here to create a database. So you can create a new table by specifying the table name along with all the column names and their types. So that's what I've done here. So you use the keyword create table followed by the name of the table. I've called it weather, and these are the various columns I want for the table, and these are the data type. Varchar 80 basically specifies a data type that can store arbitrary character strings up to 80 characters in length. The int is the normal integer type. You've got data type called int, which is an integer type, and you can use that for storing single precision floating point numbers. And then we have the date data type. Basically this is self-explanatory, so it will store date related data. So I'm just going to click on this button here to execute the query, or you can hit F5 if you want. Okay, so it's doing that, and it tells me here query return successful. So it has query return successful, so it has created the table. So now if I expand the schema under this database and go to public, and under the public schema there's tables here. Under the tables you should see the new table here called weather, which is this table here. So if I expand that, you would see the columns of the table. So you can see all the columns here. That's the columns of this table. I'm going to quickly create another table. So I'm creating another table here using create table, and I'm calling this table city. This table basically is going to store the cities and their associated geographical location. So again, that's the name, location, and you can see the data type. this here, this is expandable, so you can move this around just by putting your mouse here. If you want more space, you can move it down, so it is movable. All right, so now I'm just going to highlight this table so that it doesn't execute this query as well. So I'll click execute, and it should go ahead. So it's created that table now. So if I go back to my list of table, I should now see a table called cities as well. So let me expand the tables again. If we go right down, so there you go. If you don't see your table show up, you can just right click on the table here and click on refresh, and that will repopulate it. So this is the table I've just created called cities, and you can see it only has 2 columns, which is the name and the location. Notice in the second table, the data type I used was point. Point basically is a PostgreSQL specific data type. And once you've created a table, you can also get rid of it. And the fastest way to do that is just right clicking on the table. So you right click, and there's an option here to delete or drop the table, and that will get rid of the table for you. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.